5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From the edge of the box is Madden. Madden trying to manufacture the shot, gets it away, it's there! Oh my word! What a goal from Paddy Madden! The Irishman strikes again! And is that the goal that's going to send Stockport County back into the Football League?
Hello and welcome to the Northwest Football Award nominated podcast, The Scarpa Go. Well, that's getting some mileage in it. I don't care. I didn't know we were doing a podcast until about an hour and a half ago, so that is all I've got. I am Nick Lee, one of your hosts. He's back. He's back. Hallelujah, he's back. It is, of course, Russ Johnson. Russ, how are you, mate?
I'm all right now, yeah. Back from illness and travelling, so yes, happy days.
Oh, it's good. It's good to have you back, man. It's been awful. No midweek podcast this week as well.
Oh, I know, yeah,
World
I
Cup
know.
and county. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is it. This is your midweek podcast. Might be the first. I think we've done a podcast on every day apart from Saturday at some point. I thought the one bit that we did before the Halifax game last season but it's a Sunday, wasn't it? So
Oh, was it? I don't know. I'm losing track
yeah,
of all
I'm just.
time, to be honest.
I only learned the days of the week this week, so I'm just just showing off more than anything else.
Did you not, it feels like it's between Christmas and New Year, you know, because County aren't playing, England are. It doesn't feel like a Saturday. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
It's weird.
and you've got football on at weird times and weird
Yeah,
days, and it's just I feel like I should just be. Because it's weird with like getting onto the thing between Christmas and New Year. It's weird that like turkey is like the driest of all the meats. Yeah, we eat it for
yeah,
like a week,
yeah, yeah,
stretching out over a week. I love that
yeah.
conversation on Christmas Day where it's like, don't think we'll have turkey next year. It's a bit dry, isn't it? And then New Year's Eve, you're having like turkey and stuff in butties, watching Jules Holland's Hooten on it. Because that's the type of wild devil may care punk that I am, mate.
I'm with you, mate. I'm too old to be going out on New Year's Eve these days.
Yeah.
It's far too old. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, just County continuing to be the best bleeding soccer team on earth.
Yeah. So what have I missed? We should probably talk about last Saturday first, shouldn't we? The Hartlepool game,
Yes.
which was
What,
just
what a
unbelievable.
win. Fantastic. Yeah, that's how you do it, isn't it? That's an away win. And kind of after like a year of Hartlepool fans despising Dave Challoner, they were just it's like that thing when you've got a girlfriend and some bloke she works with fancies her, and you're like, well, if I see him, I'm gonna stick one on him. If I see him, I'm gonna kill him. And then you go to like the worst Christmas do and you're like, Dave, how you doing, mate? Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly what the Hartlepool fans were like last week. It's great.
that's what I mean. Well, I didn't go. I didn't go. I couldn't really get a sense of the reception he got from watching it from Slovakia, because I didn't watch it from Slovakia, but you know what I mean.
That's what I watch it everywhere. But you actually were in Slovakia.
No, I was. Yeah, I wasn't in Slovakia for that match, but I did watch it from Slovakia. That's that. But yeah, I didn't really get a sense of what sort of reception he got through the TV. So I mean, I don't know, and I've not seen any reaction on Twitter. So what was it? Was it generally like that? Did he get a good reception?
Yeah, I think there's a small minority booing from what I could see on my stream. I watched it from Tuvalu, even though
Right,
people pointed out to me, well, the streams are available to everyone. It's like, well, I've watched all the others from Tuvalu, and it's been a
might as
lucky
well.
charm.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
get it out at 5-3 on Saturday. Yeah, it seemed for the most part he got a decent reception. Then at the end as well, he got a decent ovation, which just goes to show that time is a healer.
It is. It's the only healer.
As
Yeah.
much as like paracetamol and like
Yeah. Forget
antibiotics
science.
and
It's
stuff,
time. Time's what you
yeah,
need.
who needs science when you've got a 5-0 win before Christmas, eh?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Because they were giving us loads of shit online, weren't they? And then we go and smash them 5-0, which is the best tonic, isn't it? That's just the best, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely lovely. The goals as well. I mean, I mean, I guess the pick of the bunch is Will Collars, was it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, lovely finish. So, it's like, nice to see Kyle Wotton getting a couple as well, even though they were, but particularly the first was gift wrap for him.
Yes.
In fact, I would go as far as to say it's the worst bit of defending I've seen this season after this.
County's unbelievable historical record here at Valley Parade looks to be continuing. Oh, terrible slip by Songo. What on earth happened there?
He lost the ball about 5 times there. It's utterly bizarre.
That's the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Just glitched.
Oh, never get tired of that. Never get
No.
tired. Just
No.
noticed 5 minutes ago that was still there. I was like, well, I'm using that. Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Nice. Yeah, it was poor defending when he just headed it back to Kyle Wotton, didn't he? But you've got to finish it, haven't you? I mean, it's if that's done well to Ran, he's not finishing it, is he? But Wotton did so.
No, no, he's definitely not.
No. Dave Schofield has joined us. A quick reminder that the game is at 2:00 today, or should have been at 2:00. It's been brought forward. That was going to be postponed every day of the week, wasn't it? I mean, they've had games postponed already, and it's not even been called, haven't they?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Do you think it's time that the manufacturers of frost covers thought of a different name for their product?
why? You've thought of this, haven't you?
No, that's all I've got, mate.
Right.
Honestly, it's more than I have most weeks, but just. I mean, I understand. Well, I say I understand. And obviously, I don't understand. But obviously, they only work to a certain temperature. But it was only like -1. So if your frost covers aren't working at -1, but I know it's down to safety around the ground and stuff. And it snowed here in Cheadle today. It's been snowing, so God knows what it's like in Rochdale.
Yeah. Do you mean because they don't actually cover frost? Aren't they frost prevention covers?
Yeah, but the cold still gets through them. We need to go
Yeah.
like the old days where everyone just like keeps the cars running on the pitch overnight.
Yeah.
We're having a cost of living crisis, so maybe not.
After all, yeah. But I probably should just say we're live on Facebook and Twitter today. So if you are listening or watching, please do subscribe and like the video and follow us and retweet and all those good things. That would be really, really useful.
We
How
are
was it
award
last?
nominated, so
We are award nominated after all. Yeah. How was it last week then? I've missed 2 weeks, haven't I?
yeah.
How
But
was
we
it last
didn't
week?
do one this week because we played Wednesday
Of
night, and
course,
then
yeah. What we're talking about.
England
Yeah.
were on one night, and then it was good. I had Geordie Hatter and Andy James. I pressed him on whether he was going to be involved in the fan part, the new fan zone. Received a message on WhatsApp from him after I said that saying "you bastard." But yeah, it's been confirmed. We've got a
Yeah,
fan
that's
zone
confirmed. Yeah.
next Saturday, and Andy's there providing some top quality pies. So I urge people to go down there and get yourself one of them pies because you will not look back.
Yes.
Not because they do something to your neck. I mean, like they don't do something to the neck to stop you like being able to look back. They're just really good pies.
Prevent you from looking back.
Yeah. Oh, Peter Kay won't be able to have one of them pies, would he? I'd ruin Peter Kay's whole act if he can't look back.
If you can't look back. Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Stop winning, pass, Peter.
So back to the Hartlepool match then. Yeah, Will Collins' goal was probably the pick of the bunch. Madden header, pretty good. 2 from Wotton. And I forgot who scored the other.
Callum Camps off the bench.
Callum
get
Camps.
one.
Yeah.
Just showing off with that depth that we've got in the squad.
Yes. And it's scary. Now we've actually clicked. It's pretty scary how good we are, isn't it?
Yeah. Which we said. I've seen a lot of people over the last couple of weeks saying, "Oh, where's all the Cheltenham out people now?" It's like there was about 12 of them, and 9 of them only started watching us when we played Bolton last season. So I don't like this narrative that there's just always been like a massive subsection of people watching him out. And I might even go back and find the clip where we discussed it and said you'll get it right because we did.
Yeah. Well, pretty sure I went on to BBC Radio Manchester and said it as well. I'm sure you've said it as well on there.
Yes, and well on Radio Manchester. They phoned me up as I was shivering leaving the ground on Wednesday night, half cut. It's fun. Did well not to swear. I didn't swear, so I was good. And then I went on again on Thursday night as very much an afterthought on Thursday night. I tuned in just before I went on, and it was a program called Talking Balls, and they were going on about United and City. For the whole thing, and
Yeah.
then just 6:55 just before the show finished. Oh, by the way, we'll get two county fans on.
Right. Who was the other?
A fellow called Graham. Don't know, but he spoke very well. He was not like something that I forgot to mention this on the show with Geordie Hatter and Andy James. After, I'm trying to think which game it would have been, whichever game we played the Saturday before Hartlepool. It was after the draw at Charlton, and Radio Manchester had the phone in, and some county fan was on the phone. You've just got a draw away at a team in higher division, a team that were that a lot of us will know as a Premier League team.
Yeah.
Stockport draw, a game where we were on top for a lot of it as well, and he was slagging off Kyle Wotton, which just goes to further my theory that 90% of football fans are too thick to understand the role of a target man.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
I just don't get it. I just do not get it at all. I know, I get the role of a target man. I just don't get what you're saying about people like. Just don't know. Some people have warped opinions, don't they? I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's starting to bake my noodle. I'll be completely honest with you.
Well, while we're on the subject of warped opinions baking your noodle, we received an email after the.
We did.
It's always after the show you're not on. It's like that. It's almost
Weird,
like
that, isn't it? Weird.
it's almost like you're the linchpin. So I might just read it out. I think that's fair, isn't it? Hi Nick and Ross. Ross.
It's
I mean, already I'm starting off on the wrong foot there. This is just I listen to your show on a regular basis and enjoy it. I mean, thanks, but not listening that well if you don't know the names. No, it's gonna get a bit hairy in a minute, so trigger warning for the bit that's coming up. I'm a County fan for 50 years and also a Man City fan, as many County fans are. I'm just gonna leave that to hang in the air like the rancid fart that it is. Just that is horrible. On Wednesday's show, Nick made a remark. Why do all City fans look like Fedos? I'm assuming it's meant to be pedos. Why do all City fans look like pedos? Didn't say that. Said 95% of them look like them, and I stand by that. I stand by that. That 95% of the City fans I know do look like sex offenders. I'll happily drop as low as 85%.
So have you not changed it slightly then? Because you said 95% of City fans, but now it's 95% of City fans you know. Have you changed it?
I can only base it on City fans I know and have seen. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They always have the eyes too close together. They've always got loads of badges on the hat as well. That's very strange. Yeah. You know who made this remark in jest? Nothing else needs saying. Like if you've watched the show on a regular basis and enjoy it, you'll know that nothing I say should be taken seriously ever. If you want
what makes
cold
the show,
hard
isn't it?
facts, and if you want cold hard facts and top analysis, Ross is your man. If you just want skirting around the fact that I know absolutely nothing and will say something like that, then yeah. However, in this day and age, this is also offensive to many people, including myself. I mean, snowflakes try and cancel comedy nowadays. World's going mad. Oh, I'm getting angry now. Your constant barracking of City doesn't do you any good, as many fans support both clubs. So I really don't understand your mentality over this. Is this a thing? It is. Do many fans support both clubs? And if they do, should we do some sort of ritual humiliation? Should this be like a centerpiece of the new fan zone, maybe? Get some stops.
Yeah. It would be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? I mean, it's probably not just City, it's United as well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. I know a couple of people who do, but yeah.
That whole thing of support, I don't think people do support both. I think saying that I like County or go and watch County is something City fans say to make themselves feel better about being gaslit by like a despotic state. It's like I don't know. It really annoyed me, that did. It annoyed me so much that I nearly forgot to bring it up on today's show. That's how much it's annoyed me for the last week or so. And then the email ends. Good show, guys. I mean, everything you've said above suggests that maybe you don't think it's a good show. But Nick, you need to watch what you say with an exclamation mark.
I mean,
No capitals, but an exclamation mark.
you've been pretty much watching what you say since we started this, haven't you?
You know, I need to come out of my shell a bit more, mate. I think. I think maybe then we'll actually win a bloody award.
Yeah, maybe that's what's stopping us.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah.
I'd rather have
That's
that
probably it.
win awards in front than
Yeah,
win awards
but
in front
yeah,
of loads of corporate people.
yeah.
that don't
So
give a
always
shit
nice
about
to hear from the
football.
listeners, though.
Yeah, yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
it's
want
nice.
to email us, you can get in touch, contact@scarfbegowerward.co.uk. I dare say another one will be coming in now. People seem to think this is bait, this email. People seem to think it's not.
Not real.
I mean, if that is like a comedy email and someone's doing a nice piece of satire, then I think we should just leave the show to them because that's better than anything we've ever come up with.
It truly is. Yeah. John Billsbury's commented, sigh of relief for the other 15%. Have you done a Carlton Palmer there, John? Because that would make it 110%. Because you did say
No,
95%.
but I said I'd happily go down to 85%. No, didn't I?
Oh, right, okay. My mistake. I thought
I mean,
we were doing
don't
it.
ever let it be said that I'm not a nice guy, Russ.
No, you've definitely negotiated there, haven't you? Down to 85%. I thought he was doing a Carlton Palmer. Do you remember when Carlton Palmer said, I asked the players for 110%, and you can't ask for more than that, or something like that, didn't he?
Yeah. It's like, oh, Carlton. Well, how's the England job going for you, Carlton? More on England later. As Cy Clark has said, in my opinion, very few support both, but a few like to enjoy some live football and pop into Wesley Park from time to time. If City fans want to watch some live football, there's about 10,000 spare seats down at Etihad for them to watch. So I don't understand why they come to Wesley Park. But if they're going to come to Wesley Park, just don't be knobheads. Don't just sit there behind me discussing your bets and your hackers all game, and certainly don't be wearing the shirt of the actual club you support. I think that can't say fairer than that, can you?
No, I think it's a fair comment. It's a fair comment. Yeah, I'm totally not going anywhere towards anything to do with fans anymore and commenting on it because I'm just staying clear of that. I'll just stick to the actual football, you know. So yeah.
I mean, football's not about the fans, is it? Really? Let's be
No,
honest.
it's totally not about the fans. It doesn't. The fans don't matter at all in football, and to comment on them is just stupid. It's just ridiculous. So they don't influence the game. They don't make up the game or anything like that. We might as well just not bother. That's what I'm going to do in future. That's my stance in future.
Fair. It's a good stance. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's the Hartlepool match. have we had any more letters in from readers, from watchers? I don't think
That's
we have.
for readers. I like that. No, I don't think. Well, you know, when we say nothing of any consequence, why would people email? And that's why we didn't get that bloody award.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was just one thing about that awards as well. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the main sponsor, he was given like 10, 15 minutes to do a bit of a talk, wasn't he? And he was from Altrincham, supported Liverpool, but had season tickets for his staff at United.
Yeah, it gave me a headache. That did.
Yeah, I glitched. I visibly glitched when he was saying that.
Yeah, I think I was about 12 pints of dark fruit deep by then, so I didn't care anymore. I was waiting for my starter, my little tartlet, with the leaves on it.
Yeah, I like it. Joe Friel, thanks for watching, mate. LOL, the pod is helping me pass the time while waiting for a flight to Ho Chi Minh. Oh, nice.
Nice.
So that's where you are. Waiting for a flight. Oh, in Ho Chi Minh. Nice. Yeah. God, so what time is it? Must be mid to late afternoon, early evening there, possibly.
We need to do like a thing, you know, like on I'm Alan Partridge, where he's got his radio show, and it's like Swaffham, Coleman, sure. We should do that. It's just Chi Minh, Florida, Offerton.
Florida and Offerton. Berlin. Stockport's a new Berlin, isn't it? There you go.
It is.
Yeah, Pete Wilson obviously does our media. Hi, Pete. Daniel Lloyd signing for Rochdale today. Month contract. Andy Cannon signing for Wrexham. Who we sign in January, lads? I'm going on Fearless in Devotion tomorrow to talk about Andy Cannon signing for Wrexham.
Yeah.
That should be good. Yeah.
They tweeted me, seeing as I'm now in charge of the podcast Twitter account. They tweeted me yesterday asking my thoughts. I told him he was shit.
No.
Stick that on your documentary.
No, he's anything but, isn't he? And he's one of ours as well, and he's a Stockport lad, I think, isn't he?
The issue for me is though he's not played since August because he wasn't registered, so it might take a bit of time to get him up to match that. But if they get him fit as soon as possible, so I still think that title race. I'm kind of watching it with a lot of intrigue now that we're not
Yes,
involved in it. Now that I'm not
Dave.
having the heart palpitations and the breakdown.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to enjoy watching that title race.
Yeah, no, it is. It's intriguing, isn't it? And I've got like I say, no pressure on it. I don't really care who goes up or anything. It's just good to watch, and it's an exciting one.
It will be funny if Wrexham bottle it again.
Well, yeah, I mean, you will.
At the same time, they've done their time. They've more than done their time.
Yeah,
and I like their owners, to be quite honest.
Yeah. And I'm keeping my eye on Oldham as well and Scunthorpe because they are massively struggling.
I mean, they're knackered. There's talk of a takeover at Scunthorpe, but it's unclear at the moment whether the previous owner is still going to own the ground. So, because it always goes well when the ground and the club together as one entity, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that's it with Oldham, isn't it? They've sorted all their off-field stuff out, but they're still struggling on the field. And they've got funny, isn't it? They've got an under-23 manager.
Yeah.
Like we did. And it's not working out for them at all.
It's an interesting one with Unsworth. When you delve into it, it doesn't seem as though he's actually done that good a job with the youth sides at Everton. Like he's just surrounded himself with yes men, got rid of all the staff who were doing a good job there, and I'm very surprised. I mean, it seems they're going to stick with him, but they stick with him much longer. They're chucking money at some signs. They've just signed Nuttall, the striker from Scunthorpe, who's already turned them down at least once this season. So something must have changed.
Yeah.
I think John Rooney. They've got John Rooney on a 2 or 3 year contract. You don't want that in National League North.
No, absolutely not. No, they've got making mistakes left, right, and centre, aren't they? But like I say, despite all the off the field stuff, which is in comparison to us now. I mean, look at us. It's just we're just going from strength to strength, aren't we? On and off the field. We've got the new fan park coming on Saturday, which, not messing around, is it? It's not like it has to go to a committee and this and that. They've done all of that and just we'll have it done by the 17th of December. Unbelievable.
The bungalow is well and truly down. The car park's getting built on there now, and it's great. Are you going to be there next Saturday at the fan zone?
I am going to be there next Saturday. Yeah. I'm going to test out the fan zone. Yeah.
Should we see if they want us to do some karaoke or something to get everyone warmed up?
Yeah. I do a mean Castle on the Hill. Did that last night in my party.
Sheeran.
Yeah. I don't actively listen to Ed Sheeran, but A Castle on the Hill is an easy one to do. You see, so it's my warm up song. Yeah.
Your warm up song. I love that. Oh God. What do you think my karaoke song is? Ross?
I think
you could be all day.
I think your Teenage Kicks.
I mean, it's been known. It's been known, but no, mine's Common People by Pulp.
Oh, is it?
Or Cornerstone by Arctic Monkeys if I'm feeling a bit romantic.
Nice.
She's never.
Nice. Comment come in. We'll read some of these comments. Just putting out there, lads. I'll be very surprised if County don't make the playoffs. I think that's supposed to say. Great time to be a County fan on and off the pitch. Absolutely. Yeah, it does say don't. Yeah. Absolutely. It's fantastic. We're sort of winning on the pitch now. Everything's looking good. Should we talk about the Charlton match? the replay.
Indeed. Did you get to watch it from Slovakia?
No, because I wasn't in Slovakia for that. I flew back that day, but I'd already weeks before had something else booked in to see my son and daughter in a production, so I couldn't get out of that. But I caught the second half on telly, and I tell you what, it was so weird watching us play at Edgeley Park with fans in the ground on the telly. I don't think I've ever done that before, ever. Every time we've been on the telly in the past, I've always been there if it's been at Edgeley Park. Weird.
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? No, I didn't feel the cold as much as I thought I would. I was wrapped up very warm, but yeah, it's certainly one for the hardcore. You didn't see that many day trippers. I didn't think.
No,
I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing because I don't want to say anything about the fans either. 'Cause I've seen your downfall.
I know. Yeah. How dare we comment on fans? Yeah, it was no Bolton, was it, last season?
No, but it wasn't. Yeah, in the stands, it wasn't a Bolton last season, but on the pitch, there were definite parallels. And I tweeted as much when we went a goal down very early on. I said it feeling very Bolton. And my words were borne out because, as we've established from the email I received in the week, I talk a lot of sense.
There you go. Case closed.
Yeah.
It was the it was a standout player then on Wednesday.
I mean, it's going to be William Guy Collar, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
probably the easiest man of the match decision any sponsors have ever had to make. But I thought everyone was good. I think Ben Hinchliffe obviously didn't cover himself in glory for their opener, which we'll see in a second. But I also think it looked as though he was expecting Croasdale to win the header at the near post for me, and that kind of I don't
Yeah.
know. I think he had a split second to kind of decide what to do. But
Yeah.
I'm sure Ben himself will say he should have done better. But should we have a look at it?
Yeah.
Or if you're on the audio version,
Have a
have a
listen
listen
to
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just catering for the deaf and the blind. Inclusive. Oh, an own goal to open the scoring early on. That's familiar.
Yeah. Looking back at it, and I didn't see it in real time because I was out at the time. But I think it's just unlucky, isn't it? Croasdale misses the header. Ben Hinchliffe has, I don't know, 0.2 of a second to react to do something, and then it got onto Akil Wright and back into the back of the net. Yeah. I don't think we could apportion any blame for that. It's just completely unlucky.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, he parries it and it just bounces to one of our players and they hoof it clear. You know, it's just one of them things. And I'll be honest, I've seen worse mistakes made by some supposedly world class keepers in the last few weeks that have been a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
I mean, can't think of any off the top of my head now, but there's definitely been some. There's definitely a few
Yeah.
times I remember going, "Well, that's rubbish."
Yeah. Well, the Australia keeper, is it Ryan?
Oh God,
Surname
yeah.
right? He made a right howler, didn't he? I always cringe when the keepers make mistakes, but that's just hazard of the job, isn't it? If the keeper makes a mistake, invariably it ends up as a goal, doesn't it? So, but yeah.
Can you clip this up for when Hugo Lloris inevitably makes one tonight
Oh, I hope so.
with the ball at his feet?
Yeah, I
can
really
see it now,
hope so. Yeah. We'll come on to England shortly. Do you want to play? Have you got the Will Collar goals?
No, it didn't bother me. I just clicked
No,
up
just did that one. Yeah.
clicked up their opener and just thought, well, we'll just vamp around the rest of it. Of course, I got the Will Collar goals. Do you want the first one, the second one, or the third one?
No, let's go in order.
Yeah. Why not? Might as well.
Sweet
Good
strike.
to see
Sweet strike from Rydell.
Yeah. That was my next point. The fact that those two wing backs who were so important to us, who probably reached their peak last season at this time last year, particularly from the Bolton game onwards, Rydell and Southern Hales, I think it's so good to have them both fit again. I mean,
Yeah.
other players have filled in very well, but it's so good to have them back looking on top form again. And Southern Hales seems to look rapid again as well. I know we said earlier in the season that he doesn't look as quick, and we put it down to him having a couple of injuries and stuff. But yeah, wow, they're both fantastic. And yeah, that hit from Rydell. I was up. I thought it had gone in already, and then we'll call him miles onside as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know there was a bit of. I mean, every single Charlton player put their hand up for it, but yeah, he was never off.
No, he wasn't off, and sign of a confident player as well. Just reacting with that control to get just to put it in the back of the. It could easily bounce off you if you're not playing well, and go somewhere else. But Ryder,
Look at Lukaku for Belgium last week.
Well, exactly. Yeah, he couldn't. Honestly, yeah, good recall. I mean, he missed about half a dozen, didn't he? Where he couldn't put it in.
There was one that bounced off him on the line, and Jermaine Genius said, "Oh well, he wasn't expecting it." It's like he's a number 9, and he's like a yard from goal. At what point do you not expect it? Very strange, very strange. Yeah. Thank God we've got Kyle Wootton and Patrick Madden here up top for us rather than Romelu Lukaku.
Yes, I've never rated Lukaku as a top-class, world-class striker. I've said it all along. He's good for West Brom and maybe in Everton, but not at the top table. I don't think.
No. Imagine having a golden generation of players and wasting it on Roberto Martinez.
Yeah, good shout. Good shout.
Awful stuff. Awful.
Yeah, so they're out, aren't they? So let's just very quickly. Belgium are out, Spain are out, and Brazil are out. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, but Gareth Southgate shit apparently.
Yeah, I know. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Back to the Charlton match. We'll talk about England in a second.
We'll get to that. Yeah. So by this point, we were. I mean, even from there, for me, Charlton looked quick on the break, and that was it. And
yeah,
they had 2 opportunities on the break where they got through on goal, and just one was blazed over, and one was dragged wide of the far post. There was no killer instinct whatsoever. That was. I know they made a lot of changes, but they still had some first teamers in there, and you'd expect a lot more. But we were well in the ascendancy by the time this fantastic second goal came around, which I think is absolute quality. It'll just people are just thinking of it as just your routine finish, but the way he adjusts his body to get the half volley, and keeper should have done better, but was just beaten by the power at the end of the day. What a hit, and what a move, and what an assist for Kyle Wootton as well.
Yeah. Lovely. I mean, the amount of space that Hippolyte had, I couldn't believe the amount of space he had to get that ball in. I caught the second half, as I say, and it just looked like we were League One and they were League Two to me.
And next season, that may well be the case on that form, because they changed manager a couple of days before, and you normally expect a bit of a reaction. Maybe not like a night and day change in performances, but for them to just off and that's it. All game, even at 1-0 down, I was convinced we were going to win it. But as the minutes ticked on, when it's that cold, you're kind of getting desperate for it not to be extra time and penalties. Like, can we just please do it in 90 minutes? And I thought after the second, we controlled the game very well too. They were restricted to hopeful crosses into the box, hoping for something. And Horsfall was immense again. We've got our Ash Palmer upgrade there.
Yeah. He's doing well at Chesterfield, isn't he? Palmer now. He's doing pretty well. I think he'll play man of the match. Yeah, in his first match.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a very good signing for them. Just a shame they're a horrible club. But,
yeah, you can't have it all, can you?
That'll be another email coming in.
Yeah. So we got some comments coming in, mainly on the Wootton touch, which was absolutely sublime, wasn't it? Hard to control. Weaker foot. Is he left-footed? I can't remember.
No, he's right-footed. I think.
He's right-footed. I think, yeah. So
all good footballers should be able to use both feet a bit. For me,
yes.
I mean, I can't talk because I can't tell you either.
not just for standing on. But yeah, lovely touch and a great goal. And then it was like you say, it was us in the ascendancy. Then what did you make of? I think it was at 2-1, wasn't it?
It was at one apiece. The Selden Hales incident.
Oh, was that one apiece? Wasn't it, Dobson?
That was just after half time. Just after we hit the bar, we hit the post with a Vidal free kick as well.
Yes, yeah.
I was just getting to my seat as the Southern Hales incident happened. I've not done a clip of that because I have no desire to see it again. I say see it again. I didn't see it at the time, but it didn't stop me like screaming for a red card and for the referee to be struck off and just damnation to be visited on everyone. Having seen it, Russ, what do you think of it? Do you think that's a red? I know
Yeah,
Dave
I think
Challoner said in his interview that it was as well.
Yeah, I think it is. I think as much as he in this on the slow mos, as much as he doesn't, it's not a full on push, is it? But there's definitely it's sly, isn't it? It's definitely sly. He's giving him a little nudge because he knows this momentum's going to make him fall over, and he knows the barriers are there. He's not stupid, is he, that Dobson? So I think it's just a sly push from a shithouse, basically.
It's one of them that type of little push is one of them that's in the rules and you're allowed to do it.
Yeah,
And it has been for years. I've never understood why, and it could have been a lot worse because the bolt of the gate was exposed like a couple of inches to the left, and you just think, especially after what happened to the Bath City player the other week, and he ended up in a coma and having all sorts of trouble. You just and then for the FA to post the thing on their TikTok, like kind of mocking it when it was quite clear. It was almost a whiplash injury. The way his neck went back, it was horrible watching that
yeah,
back, and just very very strange behaviour. Yeah, I've still not decided. I mean, based on the rules, the fact that challenge is inexplicably allowed in the rules, then yeah, it's not a red. But yeah, it is a bit sly. It's not like he's thrown an elbow out or anything, but it is a bit. Ooh,
yeah. No, I
yeah,
mean
and
you,
that player had one of them haircuts that annoyed me as well. So.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was definitely definitely one for the dark arts. But you've played football yourself. You know these little things that don't get picked up, and that's all part of it. But
Yeah.
it was just horrible.
And it's a good job because Will Collar came running over to get involved, and the referee like physically held him back. And it's a good job he did because we wouldn't have been seeing a Will Collar hat trick if he got to him. I think.
Yeah, yeah. John says, "Can we play a clip of the Charlton lad roughing the penalty spot up?" I don't know if you got that, but that was well spotted by the ref. I thought really well spotted.
Yeah, a little bit of a bit of shithousery. I mean, nothing in the same shithousery league as the Argentina Netherlands game last night. That
No,
was probably like a 6 or 7 yellow card game at best, and a referee just complete. Well, we'll be seeing him. Well, we won't because he'll be going to the National League. I think with it before that. That's one of the most mental refereeing performances ever. But I didn't think the ref in our game against Charlton was too bad. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what level he's normally at, but from us, he didn't hesitate to give us the penalty for the third either.
yeah, which was a
In
penalty.
fact, no one argued. None of the Charlton players
Even
argued. And
Dobson didn't argue, did he? He was just like, "Oh
yeah,
God."
yeah. Did he end up without a yellow? I don't think he got a yellow at all, Dobson. Did he?
I don't know
Didn't get
about
one for the
at
penalty.
all.
I can't remember if he got one late on. I'm not sure.
He might
I'll
have
double
done. I
check
don't know
now.
if he. I don't know if he got one for the. Did he
He
not
did
get
not
one
get
for
one
the
at
South?
all.
He didn't get one for South Wales, did he? No, he did. I don't think he
It
did.
would have been a penalty, wouldn't it, if he did?
Yeah, good shout. Yeah.
I know my rules. The
You
two
do.
things I know: what Man City fans look like, and the rules of the game.
Oh, the Boonab says he got booked for giving away the penner. Did he? Yellow for the
According to
pen.
Flash
John
scores,
says,
Flash
yeah.
scores, he did not.
Oh, there was no
Um,
penalty on flash scores. No yellow on flash scores. Okay.
nothing on Flash scores, no.
Interesting.
It was Sean Clare who got the yellow, but I'd imagine that was for scuffing up the penalty spot, was it?
Yeah, he was the one with the Phantom of the Opera mask on, wasn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah.
and shit hair, as I told him.
So yeah.
Let's have a look at that penalty then, shall we? Very Harry Kane-esque, I thought. Let's have a gander. Now, I've said in the past how much I love sassy John Kieran. Now, Liam Richardson has learned from the best, because sassy Liam Richardson, oh, guy.
Was it Liam?
Brilliant.
Was it not Sam? No, I can't. I genuinely can't tell the difference between the audio of them. Honestly,
It's not even a joke anymore, is it?
I
It's
know.
actually they've just merged into one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting at our little Christmas do, isn't
Yeah, yeah,
it?
yeah. It is. It's going to be really interesting.
We'll have to
But
get name badges.
yeah, he said everything. He said everything that needed to be said there, didn't he? On the audio, on the commentary, that was. But I mean, I watched Croatia last night. One of their fourth penalty, I think it was just like that. No keepers getting to that. And I don't want to say it, but when he first signed, what did we say straight away? Collar, he's a player. He's an
You can
absolute
tell he had
player.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
straight away, and he's just going from strength to strength now. So yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah, just midfielder, just banging a hat trick in, just like you do.
Yeah. I mean, he built on the last week's goal as well, which was again the pick of the bunch against Hartlepool, and then comes and does that. Just brilliant. I think, and I said we said it. We've said it before as well. Oh, I've said it. I think we'll sell him for 7 figures at the point that
Seven?
yeah,
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I
yeah.
thought 7 was like 10 million. I was like, be silly, mate.
No, that's 8. But yeah, yeah. I think we'll sell him for 7 figures.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, surely Championship clubs will be sniffing now. I mean, there's not a lot. I'm not saying everyone in the Championship can afford, a
no,
7-figure sum, but the likes of Sunderland who are like pushing up the table, who might want a bit of something. Like 'cause he's a midfielder who can do it all. He can finish.
yeah,
He's decent in the air. He can tackle. He can track back. He can press. It's just great to see him going from strength to strength. I mean, he has been ever since Dave Challoner came in, as most of the squad have. Everyone's really kicked on, and yeah, it's just so satisfying to see. And he's our player, and he's tied to a decent length contract as well.
yeah, yeah. And it's. I don't know. I get this sense that when when we're losing or when we're not winning, people's like to sort of dive in on the players and who's left and all that. But there's no arguing with the players that we've signed that they have been upgrades on the ones that have gone before them. Although they are legends, ones that have gone before them, absolutely they are. Not disputing that. Um, that's just football, isn't it? As you go up, you get better players. We'll probably sell Will Collar for 7 figures, and arguably get a better player coming in who starts off not as good, but then built into a better player. Um, yeah, exciting times. Absolutely exciting times when you got was Will Collar Rusk's first signing? Was
I
he?
think he was, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Daz Sampson said earlier on in the comments. Didn't pick up on it at the time, but he said Rusk probably still dining out on
yeah, yeah,
on the fact
yeah, yeah.
that he signed Will Collar. But that's a cracking signing.
Yeah.
Um,
I bet he's in Qatar right now. Simon Rusk going. I signed him. I
yeah,
signed him. And
yeah.
Gareth Southgate will be like, "Look, Steve, can you just shut up? You've got a bit of a haircut. I'm sick of hearing this."
Yeah. So yes, and we got Walsall in the next round, which is an absolutely winnable game, isn't it?
Yeah. Against another team who are in very good, really. Obviously, they got a late equaliser against us actually, Park, didn't they? And they've really kicked on since. They're in very good form. That'll be a very interesting game. That will.
Yeah. Of course, we play them away first, don't we, on the 29th, I think it is.
29th, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I
But is it an evening kick-off that I believe?
think so, yeah. It's midweek, in it? So I think it'll have to be. Well, I don't know. It doesn't have to be, does it? It could be fucking 7 a.m., couldn't it? In the middle of Christmas and New Year. It, I like me. I like steady. I like to know what's coming. I like me routine. So
Yeah,
this time
do that,
now and then Christmas and New Year and the World Cup's just completely messed my head up.
yeah.
I don't, I don't know about anybody else, but it's done being.
Andrew Plant in the comments says Shimanga if Will Collar goes. Now, if we sell Will Collar and sign Shimanga as his replacement, I'm gonna go and watch Manchester City instead, who, as we all know, we all support as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have both, please. But if I mean, apparently his other half is from Stockport. He's just bought a house apparently.
Who?
How these people find this
Oh,
out?
Will Collar.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
right.
just got a house in Stockport. Yeah, that wasn't like some inside information on the upcoming Shimanga deal. I've been trawling all the estate agents, keeping an eye out for him. But if he did happen to go, we've got Callum Camps there.
Yeah. How do you know his wife's? How do you know his other half's from Stockport and he's bought a house? How do you know that stuff like that?
Because she's on Twitter and
Oh,
stuff. And
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
just,
got
I was. Do you remember Frankie and Benny's in Stockport? Or you used to be there. I was eating
yeah.
there once. Not the greatest of restaurants, I admit that, but we was eating there, and Jason Manford was there with his kids, on his own with his
Hmm.
kids, and I messaged my mate Jacko, who's probably listening back to this, and I messaged him. I said, "Oh, Jason Manford's in Frankie and Benny's." That's all I said. I spotted somebody, and he replied like instantly and went, "Yeah, he's living in." I don't know, Hazel Grove now. He's just split up from his wife, and I'm like, "What? Why would you even know that? Why would
I
that
mean,
be your first
to be fair
go-to?"
though, the split from his wife was all over the tabloids because he was a bit of an old dirty bollocks.
Oh, was he? Right. I don't read the papers, you see. But I just thought it a bit weird that was his first thing to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
giving
Well,
me his
that's what I
lowdown.
say. To be fair, if you texted me saying you've seen Jason Manford, I'd be like, well, he lives in Bramall, which is where he lives now, in case you're wondering.
Oh, is he right?
This got really weird.
Maybe it's me that's
John,
weird, but it's me. It must be me that's weird because I don't know where famous people live and who they were married to
yeah,
and what's going on.
yeah. Oh, well, I'm the weird one. I know I'm the weird one. Even without all this, I know I'm the weird one. John Billsbury has confirmed for us because there's people in the comments convinced that Dobson got the yellow card for the penalty. Just rewatched the pen on the ITV coverage. Ref had the card in his hand but didn't wave it at anyone. See, normally I'd be like, well, why are you watching other stuff while we're on? But hey, it's John Billsbury. John
Yeah,
Billsbury can do what he wants, as far as I'm concerned. He's the key to the town. Um, but yeah, it's nice to have that confirmed that he did not receive a yellow card for the penalty.
there we go.
Good. So please
Um,
stop posting saying he got a yellow card for giving away the penalty
yeah.
because he didn't.
Thanks for the research, John. Maybe we should get John to be our
Someone's
researcher. Someone's got to do it,
yeah,
haven't
yeah. I'm surprised it's taken this long. I'm surprised it's taken like 7 years. We've not decided to get a researcher yet.
they?
I mean,
Um,
I knew the thing about Will Collar's girlfriend. Is that not enough for you?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's research or stalking. I don't. What's the? There must be a fine line.
I mean, if I this is what happens when you put me in charge of the podcast Twitter account, Russ. I have to read through stuff and people say stuff on there like that.
What
John,
else has
John
been
says,
happening? Oh yeah, too
too
much
much
pressure.
pressure. You're right. I was a svelte young thing when I started this, and now look at the state of it.
Yeah. What's been happening on the boards and on Twitter and things? Anything of interest that we should county wise? No.
No, people, no dramas or anything. It's mind you, I think all the people. Si Clark. Oh gosh. Oh, see, this
um,
is the type of thing I love. Yeah.
it's
No,
good, isn't
no.
it? Interaction.
There's been no real drama anywhere apart from the usuals. But most of them have me blocked anyway because I use my what do you call them thingies, my words. That's it. I
Your
use them
wit
to
and
take
wisdom.
people down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop silly, mate. Ooh.
Shall we move on to England finally to
Yes.
talk
Hopefully
about it,
not finally.
or the World Cup? Let's
Ho-
talk about the World Cup.
Yes, well, we talked about penalties before, and we
Yeah,
didn't mention Hakimi's winning penalty for Morocco in the shootout against Spain. The Panenka, the sheer balls on that
the
guy.
balls of that. I know. Um, it's been good, hasn't it? It's
Phil
been.
Panton, Dawson was not carded for the tackle on Crankshaw. We've had it confirmed. We know he didn't get one for the Southern Hales incident because there was no penalty or foul given, but he was not carded for the tackle on Crankshaw. I've just had it on my phone in the thing there.
Okay.
No,
Can we
that's
move
it.
on from cards in the Charlton game? I mean,
Yeah, to the
I
World
think
Cup,
we've
please.
done it, haven't we? Yeah, World Cup. It's surprisingly been not surprisingly, but it's been a really good World Cup so far, hasn't it? I'm saying this before we play France, by the way, because if we get beat by France, it's a shit World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not bothered, mate. I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, but I'll be over it. If we lose, I'll be a bit pissed off for an hour or two. It'll be a bit. Oh. Depends what manner the defeat
Yeah,
is, really, doesn't it?
yeah, it
But
does. Yeah,
we're one of the best football teams in the world internationally, and they'll be just as worried about us as we are about them. Dave Schofield Dawson was carded in the Argentina Holland game.
he probably was.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, I'm very excited, but it won't ruin my life or anything if we don't. I
No,
mean, I'm more than capable of doing that myself. I don't need England to do that for me.
no.
But yeah, it'll be fine, mate. It'll be all right. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah,
As we've established, I'm fine.
yeah, I'm kind of like with you, really. I mean, having watched England, I mean, the first one I remember was 1990. So getting to the semi-final, they were treated as heroes, weren't they? Almost, and
Yeah.
a lot of people made themselves very, very famous from it. So to get to a quarter final without really even trying and to be considered one of the best, I think is, I won't say enough, but it's
Mm.
nice, isn't it? And there's a few teams that are out now that would have challenged us. So yeah, I don't know. I think we're just as good as France. They've probably got. I don't know. I looked at them the other day, and they got beat by Tunisia, didn't they? All beat with a sort of squad, the squad team out. They still brought the big guns on towards the end and still lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Up front, Mbappe is probably the class player, but if you look at all the other players, they all have either played in the Prem or playing leagues that aren't as good as the Prem. So I don't think there's anything to fear.
No. And for the people who like to claim that England are pedestrian and that Southgate wouldn't get a job at a top club, well, neither would Didier Deschamps.
No,
And a lot of the stuff that's said about Southgate is said about him, despite having won a World Cup. It's just,
yeah,
I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. There's a lot of things I don't understand, and that's toppermost
yeah,
in there.
yeah. I don't get it. It feels like it's a certain type of person that a certain type of football fan that doesn't rate Southgate and what he's doing. You,
Yeah.
it's like just because we've got good players that play in the Prem, which is the best league in the world, you don't walk a World Cup,
No,
do you? And
no,
every
you've got to be
game is hard.
pragmatic.
Yeah,
You have to be.
yeah, yeah,
And this whole thing of this narrative, oh, Southgate's just been lucky that he's got a crop of good players. Who brought them through? Who brought them through the under-21s? And then, if imagine Sam Allardyce was manager, we still have Wayne Rooney running around
Oh,
sweating and
yeah,
wheezing.
well, that's the alternative, isn't it? You know, Sa- I was kind of really pleased that Sam Allardyce got potted, not like he did,
Yeah.
but when he did, that he didn't stay in for long because it would have just been minging, wouldn't it?
I mean, his first press conference, he sat next to Wayne Rooney and said, as long as Wayne Rooney wants to play for England, he'll be playing.
Yeah,
And then Southgate gets accused of being a yes man when the first thing he did was
was
basically retire Wayne Rooney,
yeah,
force him into retirement. So how
yeah,
can you? I just don't understand. They've got this exciting crop of young players, some of the best young players in it. Like Jude Bellingham, there's going to be a crazy bidding war going on for him either next month or in the summer.
in the summer,
He's
yeah,
going to go on to be one of the greats. And a lot of that is down to Southgate. He's giving these young lads a chance. I just wish people would enjoy it rather than
yeah,
sniping.
that's it,
Just
yeah, yeah.
really weird.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Yeah, just enjoy it. We're in the quarter final of a World Cup, and we've got there without really getting out of second gear. Really, I don't think.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the Senegal match was a bit of a breeze. I thought at no point in that match, maybe the Pickford save, that was it. At 0-0.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, that was surreal watching that in a bar in Slovakia with four Americans. We was in this bar. There was just four Americans and me and my mate, and we were cheering, and they were just not giving a shit. Basically, it was weird.
Yeah, I keep seeing this stuff, these big like opinion pieces and big articles about how America has finally embraced soccer
Soccer.
and all that, and then you see videos of them at the game and they're chanting like "You suck" at the referee, and
Yeah,
you're just like, no, you've not embraced it. Like, until you've questioned the referee's parentage, and B, speculated on how often he masturbates, then no, you're not got it. Sorry, no,
You know,
not having it.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've got like what 150 years of built up opinion and
Yeah.
you know of having it ingrained in us. They've been doing it probably 15 years. I don't know.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's grown massively, and it's grown massively
Yeah. I mean,
over
good
there,
on, like, football is for everyone, apart from the fans, as we've
as we've
made clear
established.
before.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it is good to see. I've enjoyed Morocco as well. But I always like a surprise package in the World Cup. Apart from when it was Russia in 2018, didn't enjoy them being the surprise package. But yeah, certainly enjoying the Moroccan one. I won't be enjoying it when they put us out on penalties in the semi-final.
Yeah.
But until then, it's going to be great.
Yeah. What's the match? Oh God, I'm totally out of kilter with it all. It's a mix.
Morocco, Portugal.
Oh,
Uh,
that's the three, isn't it, today? Or
yeah,
four?
Ronaldo-less Portugal again, which is
Yes.
hilarious. See, if we don't win it, I want Portugal to win it.
Oh
Just
no,
without him, it'll be so funny. So
no.
funny to, this hollow lifting of the trophy that he'll do, because he'll want to be the one lifting the trophy as like captain and everything. For his portfolio of evidence that he's better than Messi.
Yeah, I don't know. There's the two nations that I hate footballing wise is Portugal and Argentina,
Yeah,
and then
wouldn't it be great to do
yeah,
them two to win it?
yeah, it would be brilliant. And third is Germany for me, but that's just because since I've been watching England, they're the ones that have dicked us
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you know
yeah.
put us out of tournaments and
Portugal, I
things.
suppose, as well. They put us out of two
That's what
tournaments,
I
I
mean.
think,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
last 20
yeah.
years.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Ronaldo got Rooney sent off. Um, didn't he? And they're just minging. And I remember when they were before Ronaldo, it was Figo. We got beaten at European Championships. Think, and
Oh,
Figo scored
yeah,
an absolute worldie past us. It's just
yeah.
like, oh god, they're doing it again. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so yeah, just enjoy it. It's going to be good tonight. It's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, for me, with England, it's just. See, I didn't think I'd be as interested as I am in this World Cup. With it being with County still playing, for me, normally the international tournaments in the summer is just something to watch while County's not on, and then
Yeah,
as soon as it's over, you're like, well, pre-season starts next week, so I'm sorted. But yeah, I'm really. I see it as it's just a chance to have a drink with some mates and watch some football that we're all invested in, rather than
yeah,
being with mates who support other clubs and they're not that interested. It's like everyone's coming
yeah.
together and stuff. Yeah.
It's good. It's the best of both worlds, isn't it? County playing and England are playing. What more could you want?
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
prefer it in the summer though. I mean, summer tournaments are
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. I mean, that was surreal with the COVID season where we had that playoff against Hartlepool, and then was it half an hour after we got knocked out of the playoffs, England were playing.
Yeah,
So that helped. That helped a lot with processing that, to be honest. Because to be honest, from the first whistle of that Hartlepool game, I just had a feeling we weren't going
yeah,
to do anything based on the style of football we were playing. But yeah, it was just nice
yeah,
to move straight on. Like, helps with the heartache, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. It was a bit of a weird day, wasn't it? It was quite a warm day as well. I remember.
Yeah.
Um, and you're right, straight from the off, because of the way we were playing, it just felt and because we were all spread out in the ground as well, and there was only a limited amount of people there, it just felt a bit wrong. So, nothing was right about it, was it?
Well, I couldn't get a ticket because some guy in a City
A
shirt
City shirt
got
got
one
on.
in
Yeah.
early, and instead, yeah. But it, it,
Oh,
it does support both clubs, as many people do. So fair play to him. Fair play.
fair play. Yeah. Have you seen the comment from Dave Schofield?
Cristiano Ronaldo could be a
I
City
love it.
fan. To be fair, definite Michael Jackson vibes.
Got some
Yeah,
vibes. He means
yeah.
the artist, the music artist, not the former Preston North End central defender, doesn't he?
That's why I like you. That's my type of obscure like championship manager knowledge.
Yes, and you will need that for the quiz. Your
Well,
obscure football knowledge.
good.
Yes.
We should tell people about this before we go. Actually, so we're holding a
Yes.
little Christmas do on. Well, I won't tell people the date because then they'll just turn up when it's very limited. we've put it out there. People have replied, expressing their interest, and we'll do the draw this week. And it's very, very limited. This is, but yeah, there's going to be a bar on at Stockport Gin serving gin and beer, two of my favourite
Nice.
things.
Yes.
And yeah, Russ is going to be hosting a little panel show quiz type thing. Myself and Andy James will be up against Sam Byrne and Liam Richardson. They're just going to merge into one person though. It's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Would it be
yeah,
great? Would it
I've
be
really
great
got
if the oh, I've got a good idea. I'll talk about it off air. There you go. Let's see if we can do
Oh,
something
cool.
for that.
I like it
Okay.
when you do this. This is
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been thinking about the rounds as well. It's going to be. It's not going to be a usual quiz. Don't think you're just going to be answering questions.
Okay. Okay. Do we have to bring a mascot like they do on 8 out of 10 Castles Countdown?
I was
Or
going to suggest that, but I don't know. It's a bit. Don't know.
I mean, my mascot will already be there. It's a gin distillery, isn't it?
Yeah.
my mascot's going to be the gin.
But yeah, it should be good. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. And that's a week on Wednesday. Oh, we're getting on,
Week
aren't
on
we?
Wednesday, the 23rd. Oh, so much for not telling people the date. Oh,
Oh
no,
yeah.
no. 'Cause I'm going to be stood at the door with a clipboard. So,
Yeah. So should be good. Should be good that, yeah. And obviously plenty of football to talk about in the meantime and to watch.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could be World Cup winners.
We could.
Maybe do you reckon they'll do a Steve Bellis and like Gareth Southgate will just come round with the World Cup?
Yeah. What to have a little quiz and just
Yeah.
let's have
Just
photos
Gareth
for that.
Southgate going around like nursing homes and primary schools and stuff like that, like taking a cup to. I love that.
That'd be great. That
Well,
would be
let's get
great.
past the French first.
Yes. And that is tonight. Right, it's 25-3. People who will be wanting to go and watch the Portugal-Morocco match and watch the results
They
come in
will.
with their accas that are probably already
Yeah.
down because they've done the early kickoffs, haven't they?
Basic stuff, that, and it never
Yeah,
back the early kickoff.
never go on the early kickoffs. Good
Sure way to
stuff.
ruin your day, that. Yeah, good stuff indeed. I thought it was good stuff. It's good to have you back, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. I'm still not 100%. I don't know if you can tell by me. Weird. It's not stopping me drinking though and travelling, but it's just
God,
it's just
wow,
lingering.
Why let a silly thing like your health get in the way of that? Yeah. I'm not 100% either mentally, but that's been a 35-year issue. That's not like coming over the past. One day I will be a normal person, Russ, and the podcast will be all the worse for it. We'll have no emails at all then.
Well, I've got no emails. Yeah, we've had a few emails over the years, haven't we? It's been interesting.
Yeah, but they're never that weird, are they? It's normally just like, oh, I'm in Australia and I enjoy the show, appreciate it,
Yeah.
which we love. That blows my mind that someone who's got nice weather like most of the year is watching this shit.
Indoors watching us.
In-
Well, they might watch it
indoors.
outdoors, might they? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you've got good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I wonder if that lad's got his plane from Ho Chi Minh. He's probably coming home, isn't he? Coming home for Christmas.
Chris Rea,
Yeah,
but
flying home
flying
for
home for
Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah.
to the
So if you are,
headlights on the runway.
so if you are an exiled, do get in touch with us, email us, and we'll give you a shout, or we'll get you on. We've had our Southeast Asia contingent on, haven't we, in the past?
Yes, yeah.
And
Yeah,
also
we've
had
got people in the US of A on.
from the US on. Yeah. Happy days indeed. Right, I'm gonna go and set up my bar to watch the football. Might even start drinking. Got nothing to do, so we'll see.
Nothing else to
Yeah,
do.
no, good stuff. Anything to do for admin before we go? I think we've mentioned it, haven't we? We've done it all. Mentioned it all.
Yeah, we've covered literally everything there is to cover. I mean,
Yeah.
as usual, I'll remember something in like half an hour that was like a
Yeah.
vital piece of admin. But yeah, so I'll do a little video this week where I'll pick the names out of the hat who are going to come and join us at our little Christmas party.
Christmas party. Yeah. Good stuff. And we're coming up to 8 years as well, aren't we?
Yeah,
8-year
yeah,
birthday.
it's going to be series 9 starting in a
Yes.
few weeks.
Yeah.
Series
Yeah,
9, eh?
Series 9 and never won an award. I don't know.
I know, and Faulty Towers only had 2. They only had
Did
2
it?
series, Faulty
Look
Towers.
at you,
Look
bloody
at
hell.
us.
Yeah. How many did The Office have?
UK 2 and a special. I think the US did 8 or 9.
Wow. 8 or 9. See, I've never watched that one. Waggy, does Liverpool count as exiled? Yeah, I think it does. Different.
Yeah,
Different.
it's pretty
Look at
much
him. Look at him
abroad,
on his.
isn't it?
Look at him on his picture holding a bottle of Stockport County gin as well. Oh, very
Did he get man of the
topical.
match?
No, yeah, it looks like he's man of the match there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, well done, Maggie. Like it. Right. Should we do one?
Yes, let's do one indeed. Yeah, and you
All right.
should tell me what your little idea was before you go as well.
I will do, yes. If I can remember what it
When all the
was.
shit munchers aren't watching.
Yeah. Right. Cheers, everyone. Cheers for watching. Cheers for listening. Do like and
Cheers.
subscribe and review. Cheers. See you later. Bye.
Right.